listening to podcasternews.com.
Welcome to the LA Story Podcast with Stevie Wilson.
I wanted to work. And so my husband-to-be, John, knew that too, and he accepted it. And it was at a time when many men did not. And like Marty Ginsberg, John was just fabulous and very supportive of every move that I made in the workplace ladder, and very supportive. But John was not a cook. I was the cook, and a very good one. And what about
in each case the children, because as we know, everybody in this room, and this is male and female, grapples the same way with feeling, I'm never doing enough here, I'm never doing enough in another place. Waking up on those days when you think, I just can't hold all the glass balls in my hand at the same time. Your children, have they talked to you? Well, I know some things they've said. They've talked about your formidable ability to discipline yourself. In fact, they had a book once, a diary, that was called
Mommy Laughed.
It kept track of when Mommy laughed. And Mommy would take flashlights to the movie theater to read while the movie was going on and do it like that.
Well, the commercials, not the commercials, the previews.
In the previews. How funny. But what is the fundamental lesson from your lives that you can give about this incredible and eternal?
Well, marry a good man who's willing to have his wife work.
A Latina woman and the richness of her experience being particularly valuable in a life. Do you really think, at the end of the day, on the Supreme Court where reason prevails, that women bring something unique, different, singular in the reasoning process?
Well, I think in most hard legal issues, a wise old woman and a wise old man are going to reach the same conclusion on the legal issue. But there are cases where our experience as women might bring some perspective to the situation before the court on a factual basis. I don't know on the legal reason that that's the case.
We all bring to the table our life experience. Part of mine is I have grown up female. My male colleagues don't have that experience. Part is I come from Brooklyn, New York. Part is for Sandra that she grew up on a ranch. So I think that our conversation is more informed because altogether we've had such a wealth of experience. Much better than the day when all of the people on the court looked alike.
You know, I grew up on a ranch, and we had to have roundups and drive cattle, and I can tell you that if you're on a horse and trying to get some cranky old cows and their calves to go in the same place at the same time, you can face just about anything. I do.
It just happens that nowadays there are many, many women to choose from. I mean, when Sandra graduated from law school, and when I graduated from law school, women were maybe 3% of the lawyers.
Probably not that many. It was amazing.
Today,
50%.
52%.
In many cases.
So you have said, just as a counter at one point, you said that it's a great thing, but you don't think maybe somebody is younger can fully understand what it was on the hard days, on the pioneering hard days through this. Tell me about the hard days. What did you say yourself?
You mean the hard days on the court?
No, I mean the hard days in life. I mean
In
the days
life.
when you get
In
up.
life.
In life. In life.
Oh gosh. Well, I think life has been awfully good to me. And I don't look back and bemoan the fact that I had some hard, difficult days with a lot of homework to do or a lot of child care, a lot of this, that, or the other thing. It all worked out. And I like to work.
And we always talk about telling everyone what they should do as they look ahead. What shouldn't they do? As you look out to everybody in the room, say, here's one thing don't do.
Don't react in anger. If you think you're not being understood or you're being put down because you're a woman, have a sense of humor. Know that you will not be successful in your mission if you say, oh, you sexist pig. I can think of my last argument before the court was in the fall of 1978. And it was about calling women for jury duty on the same basis as men. My later chief, then Justice Rehnquist, when I finished this argument and was about to sit down, satisfied that I got out all the points I wanted to make, he turned to me and he said, and so, Mrs. Ginsberg, you won't settle for Susan B. Anthony's face on the new dollar.
Oh.
So it was still okay to make jokes about women when I think everyone on the court realized that racist jokes were not appropriate. I don't think you would hear any comment like that today. And certainly, we all live and learn, and I was so fond of my old chief as you were, Sandra, and so proud of him for writing that wonderful opinion in the Family Medical and Leave Act. It was so good, I brought it home to Marty and he said, Ruth, did you write that?
Yeah.
It was good.
Justice O'Connor, is there something you'd say, don't do this, as you go out, looking out in this room at all this great youth and infinite future?
Well, you may have to have some arguments at times with people, and it's okay to say what you think. But having done that, don't keep it up. Just shut up.
Thanks for joining Stevie Wilson on LA Story. Feel free to check out other podcasts and videos. Bookmark it now. www.la-story.com.